Greetings, everybody. This is Courtney Starhart, and I am here live to let you know that we have a special series of new things going on. At 7 o'clock this evening, I will be back with one of our wonderful community members, and we'll be actually giving you specific tools that you can use every day, all the time, to make your life better. The thing that people don't want to tell you about plant medicine is that without you doing the work, it's actually not going to really change your life. The sad truth is you can actually make your life worse by taking plant medicine without the proper guidance and the proper preparation. So whether or not you're coming to do work with us, we want to give you these tools so that you can have a happier, healthier, safer life. Most of it has to do with the central nervous system and understanding that trauma is held in the body. Trauma will be brought up and it'll be brought to your attention during ceremony, but it won't just automatically be released. It's the same for everybody everywhere. When we're stressed out, we're not at our best. And the breath is actually the way to work with the central nervous system to allow you to be at your best. So tonight we're going to be talking about some community projects. It's going to be our very first we're thinking about calling it a Sunday school for shamans or shamanic Sunday school. But once a month, at least, we'll be broadcasting live and we'll be talking about tools, techniques, and plant medicine. So I am going to go have some yoga and have a nice walk and send out an email to all the community inviting you. We have a retreat coming up also in February, which is more of a think tank and a gathering for thought leaders than it is about plant medicine. It's February 24th to 26th in Tennessee, New Mexico, and we're getting together to talk about what the best way is for us to move forward as a community to have the best impact on the world. Most of the people who've been evolving themselves and bringing it in consciousness, they're not just in it for themselves. They're not in it to come and be selfish and make demands or stomp their feet like it's the Ritz-Carlton and they're a spoiled child. And they're not coming to mooch off of other people or to expect other people to do their work for them. So after 20 years of working with plant medicine in traditional ceremony, I've noticed that only certain people really get results. And those are the people who, A, have the tools and the guidance, which is something that we're really fond of, and B, the people who have maybe an innate ability, people who have a certain kind of creative ability or genius, or empaths, creatives, engineers, oftentimes musicians, artists, teachers, yogis, martial artists. Typically are the type of people who have a certain skill set that if you train them and focus them on working with spirituality can do very well. So first we've got the proper tools. Next, we've got innate talent. And then after that, we've got the willingness to do the work. And those three things are not the same thing, right? The knowledge, right? The tools, the ability, and the work. A lot of people nowadays think that the work is going to somehow be done for them, or that it's my job or someone else's job to do their work. But, you know, no matter how much you pay your trainer, if you don't do your push-ups at the gym, nothing's going to happen for you. You're just frustrating yourself and your teacher probably. So at this stage with our community, we're looking to really invite in all of those people who've maybe tried a lot on their own, people who might feel a little bit isolated or confused about what they're supposed to be doing because you feel like something has shifted, but you don't know exactly what has happened. I mean, COVID was difficult for all of us and still is. I just got over having COVID and it's been a long recovery, even though I'm very healthy and active. So, you know, all of the restrictions and the separation, right? That was very difficult. So we're going to be leaning a lot also on connection. Connection is so important in terms of how we heal, how we step into personal power. We've been lied to a lot and made to think that competition and that being better than, or, you know, fighting with someone for limited assets and scarce resources is the way. it's not the way out. But we're all kind of trapped in that machine right now, in that matrix. So what we're looking to do is help you to have the tools to be able to connect with yourself, bring more of yourself in, the ability to do that better with specific tools for bringing in consciousness and light, and stabilizing the central nervous system. I mean, if you just want to talk biology, stabilizing the central nervous system is where it's at, because your brain waves actually shift. All of your bodily functions shift when you're able to be in a different place in your mind. Your breath changes, your heart rate changes, your immune response changes, your ability to perceive and be present to the reality around you. Most people, when they're shallow breathing and stressed out, they're spinning in their heads and they're not really present to the stuff around them. It's an advantage in every way to be able to bring more of your mind and more of your consciousness into your body. And so that's what we're doing. We're teaching people about that and bringing together people who already know how to do that and have put their time in to be able to come to the table with a certain level of professionality and respect. So looking forward to meeting all of the people from the community. Again, 7 o'clock tonight, we're going to go live. I'm going to do my hair and put on something fancy. Maybe, maybe not. But 7 o'clock tonight, we have our first shamanic Sunday school. And Megan Hunt and I are going to be doing this. So excited to be working with this amazing human being. And we're training a lot of people. So if you feel like you might be called to work with a community where there's a lot of knowledge already in a very solid, stable community, maybe one of these retreats is for you, but it's not for newbies and it's not for people who don't want to do their own work. We don't mind emptying buckets. We don't mind supporting. We don't mind being kind and caring, but there's a certain level where you realize that someone just hasn't done their work and they expected you to do it for them. We're no longer opening the doors to that level of participant, but we are looking for our brothers and sisters who maybe have worked a lot on themselves, tried a lot, and they just need the tools and the support and the community. So if that's you, make sure to click on the link below, and I look forward to seeing you.